Our topic for today is all about motion. So, marunong na tayo sa vectors and scalar quantity. Alam na natin kung paano alamin kung alin ba ang mga scalar, yung may magnitude lang, and alin yung vectors. So, gagamitin natin ito, yung mga yan. So, at sa ating mga succeeding topics, So, mag-jump na tayo dito sa motion. Kasi di ba nung ating unang topic, discussion, ang physics is all about matter and also the motion. Yung relationship ng dalawa, motion and yung matter, yung ating body, anything. And so madaming pwedeng motion ang isang matter. Pwedeng sa straight line, pwedeng sa circular, pwedeng projectile, mga ganon. So unahin muna natin ay yung straight line motion. So when we say straight line motion, it is the motion of the body along a straight line or the horizontal axis. So kapag naka-encounter kayo ng problem na straight line, ang motion nung ating ng body, so sa horizontal axis lang siya. So di ba sa ating vectors natin, di ba may 3D at may 2D. So dito sa straight line motion ay isa lang ang direction, which is only the x-axis. So to start, unahin natin alamin kung ano ba yung displacement, time, average velocity. So yung displacement and time naman ay review na lang. Alam naman natin na ang definition niyan dalawa, pagkakaiba niyan. So yung displacement, just a review, is a vector quantity that defines or describes the position of a body. So ibig sabihin nun, ang displacement is depends upon the starting position and to the end point. So meaning kapag nag-start ka dito, ito yung starting point, and dito yung pumunta ka dito to the right. So ito yung finish line mo. And ang displacement niya ay yung ito. Displacement niya is yan. Yan ba? Vector A. So magiging vector lang yan kung mayroong direction. So to the right siya. And yung magnitude is yung distance ito. Yun yung displacement. How about naman kung halimbawa bumalik siya from the starting point papunta doon, from the finish line papunta doon, pabalik ng starting point, meaning to say the displacement is 0. Kasi yung kanyang starting point ay nandun na ulit siya sa starting point. So walang difference. Like what I've said a while ago, the displacement depends upon the starting point and the finish or the finish line. So yun yung displacement natin. So vector quantity and time naman, yan naman ay scalar quantity yan. So walang positive and walang negative dyan. So laging positive siya. So time. And the average velocity, so ito yung bagong term sa atin. So bagong term sa atin ngayon. Although hindi na ito bago kasi na-discuss na ito, na-encounter nyo din ito nung senior high kayo. So ngayon ay mas aaralin natin ng mas malalim pa, yung velocity na tinatawag. So start natin sa average velocity. So ano ba yung average velocity niyan? So mamaya discuss natin about yan. So displacement nga daw, ayan, describe how the body changes its position. And the formula for the displacement is x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So yung triangle na maliit na yan ay delta. Delta ang basa dyan. Hindi yan delta times x na. Ang ibig sabihin ng delta is the change in value of x. So yan, change in value of x. So kung ang starting point mo ay yung sa x sub 1 and the final point mo is the x sub 2, therefore the displacement is equal to the final point or final distance minus yung initial distance. Ayan. And the average velocity, ito na yan. Average velocity is the x component. Take note, that is the x component of the displacement. X component, meaning ibig sabihin ay sa x direction lang yung average velocity natin. Kaya minsan tinatawag itong average x velocity kapag ang pinag-uusapan ay straight line motion. So kapag nasa 3D na tayo or wala sa straight line yung ating motion, ay magkakaroon na tayo ng x, y, and z component ng velocity. Just like what we observe in the vectors in 3D. And delta x yon, yung x component displacement delta x. Then divided by the time interval delta t during which the displacement occurs. So yung average velocity, ito yung change in position per unit time interval. So halimbawa, yung x sub 2, yan, yun yung formula natin, average x velocity in straight line motion, so naka-indicate siya. So iba kapag yung may nasa 3D na yung ating motion. So may x, y, velocity tayo doon. So ang formula dyan sa velocity, average velocity, so take note, average velocity yan, small letter v, ang subscript niya ay AV, then dash x, ang ibig sabihin nun ay average x velocity, and it is equals to the delta x over delta t, in which the value of delta x is the difference between the final distance from the origin minus the initial distance or initial displacement from the origin over the time interval, which is the t2 minus t1. Ang t2 is the time at which the object is at x sub 2. Tama? And t1 is the time at which the body is in x sub 1. Okay? So, yun yung average velocity. So, madali lang siyang tandaan. Sa ulihin niya yan. And alamin nyo kung kailan gagamitin. So, yung average velocity ay nakadepende kung aling time interval yung pipiliin natin dun sa problem. And ini-specify naman yan kung at P1, at P2, at x sub 2, x sub 1. Diba? Ini-specify yan. So, next. So, let's say for example, let's have a situation, the position of a dragster at 2 times during its run. So, mayroon daw dragster, so double A fuel type siya. So, yan yung kotse. Imagine nyo, natakbo siya, nakikipagkarera, and mayroong isang manunood or observer na gustong malaman kung gaano ba kabilis o gaano yung average x velocity niya during the time interval. So gustong malaman. So na-observe ng observer at point P1, 19 meter from the origin, so from the start. So again nga pala, take note nga pala na sa pagko-compute ng average velocity, kino-consider natin lagi ay yung ating direction. So always lagi na kapag mag-analyze tayo, maging standard na sa atin na from the, kasi kailangan nating i-plot siya sa coordinate plane. So, halimbawa yan. So ito yung neutral, ito yung starting point, and then yung ating direction nung object or motion o body ay papunta to the right. So always positive na lang dito. Always positive siya. Then kapag naman bumalik, so negative siya. So negative yung ating value ng ating velocity. Kasi ang velocity is, remember, it is a vector quantity. That's why direction is very important. Yan. So itong origin, yan. So starting from 0, it starts in 0 time. And yan. So sabi, dragster daw na observe at time t1, which is equal to 1 second. And sa point na yon ay 19 meters siya from the origin. So 19 meters, ito yun. Nakikita niyo sa figure, 19 meters is ito from the origin to that point P1. Okay? So 19 meters siya. And then at some point P2, P sub 2, nakikita niyo to, P sub 2, ang time niya at P sub 2 is 4 seconds. After 4 seconds, nag-travel niya yung P sub 2, which is 277 meters from the origin. Ito yon. Ito yung x sub 2. Ito yung x sub 1 and x sub 2 yan. So, paano kunin yung displacement yan? So, ang displacement yan ay ito na yun, yan, delta x, which is 277 minus the x sub 1 which is 19 meter, equivalent yan sa 258 meters. So yun yung displacement. Displacement yun. So, pero ang hinahanap natin dito is the average velocity. And the average velocity, average x velocity, remember, average x velocity siya, so straight line motion tayo. So sa horizontal lang. And the average x velocity is equivalent to the displacement or the change in position per unit interval. Per unit interval chosen, which is T1, time interval is T1 to T2. Yan. So, magkakaroon ng ganyan. So, x-coordinate of dragster, sabi ko, at 1 second, x is positive to the right. So, laging x is positive to the right of the origin, negative to the left of it. Dahil ang ating pinag-uusapan is velocity and displacement. So, required and direction. And then the x-coordinate, so napaliwanag ko na yan. So, therefore, when the dragster moves in the positive x direction, the displacement delta x is positive. So, positive yan. Kasi nasa positive x direction tayo. So, positive. And so, is the average x velocity. Yan. V AV dash x or the average x velocity as we read. And equivalent yan sa delta x over delta t. And delta x yun nakuha na natin which is 258 meters. Over the time interval which is 4 seconds. 4 seconds minus 1 second. Yun yung time interval natin. And equivalent yan sa 86 meter per second. So, yun yung unit ng ating average velocity. In meter per second. Yan. So, next. So, alamin natin. Kasi velocity, average velocity is essential yung ating direction. So, alamin natin kung ano ba yung mga rules and regulation dito ng ating sign, algebraic sign ng ating average velocity. Ito siya. Rules for the sign and x velocity. So, ito daw. Yan. Pakinotice, pakitingnan. If the x-coordinate, so ito yun. If the x-coordinate, and ito naman, ito yung the value of x velocity natin. So, if the x-coordinate is ito, positive and increasing. So, nandito siya. Positive and increasing. And ibig sabihin ng increasing ay papunta doon. Siyempre, from zero From zero, para maging increasing yung ating x-coordinate or x velocity, x-coordinate ay dapat to the right. So, para maging increasing. Therefore, ang kanyang x velocity is positive dahil to the right. Remember basta to the right, positive yung kanyang x velocity. And the particle is moving in the x direction. Kasi nga, increasing tayo. Increasing. Next na rules is positive and if the x coordinate, so ito yung coordinate natin na nasa kanan to the right, nasa kanan if the x coordinate is positive and decreasing, so nasa positive siya, nandito pa din siya, pero decreasing, ibig sabihin ang direction niya is papunta dun sa left. Kasi decreasing nga diba? So sa algebra natin makikita natin yan. And therefore, the x velocity, yung ating x velocity is negative. Bakit? Dahil, halimbawa, ang initial mo ay nandito, x sub 1, then x sub 2. Ito, mas maliit ito, si x sub 2, di ba? So, ito mas malaki. Halimbawa, ito ay 3, then ito ay 1. Therefore, x sub 2, di ba, delta x is equal to x sub 2 minus x sub 1, di ba? Therefore, 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Therefore, the value of x velocity when the x coordinate is positive and decreasing, ang value ng x velocity is negative. And the direction of the particle is moving to the negative x direction. Ayan. So, ikatlong rule, ito naman. So, when the x coordinate is negative, so negative daw. When the x coordinate is negative, daw yung body, and increasing, getting less negative. So increasing, ibig sabihin, ang direction niya ay to the right. Bakit? Kasi from most negative papuntang right is ibig sabihin increasing yung kanyang value. Getting less negative siya eh. Meaning the x velocity or the average x velocity is anong sign niya? Positive siya. Dahil papunta siyang right. So nag-gain siya ng ng displacement. So therefore pag nag-gain siya ng displacement ay varies directly yon, magiging din ng average x velocity. And the particle is moving in the positive x direction. As we see, the object is moving to the positive x direction. Okay? Next, the last rules is if the coordinate is negative. So, nasa negative daw. Okay? Nasa negative. Negative siya. Negative pa din. And decreasing. Ibig sabihin, palaki ng palaki yung value ng kanyang negative sign. Decreasing eh. So, bumababa. So, ibig sabihin, getting more negative yon. Alin ba ang mas malaki? Si negative 1 o si negative 2? So, di ba si negative 1? So, para bumaba siya, ay di negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Ibig sabihin, decreasing yung kanyang x-coordinate and getting more negative. And by that, the x velocity will be negative kasi to the right siya eh. So negative. Anong bawa? Negative. Ang x sub 1 niya is negative 1. Negative 1 and x sub 2 is negative 2. Negative 2. Okay. So ang delta x nga is alam. Negative 2 minus negative 1. And negative 2 minus negative 1 is equivalent to negative 1. Therefore, tama yung ating rules na negative. Ano? Yan. So, applicable yan doon sa ating average x velocity which is symbolized as v sub ab dash x and the instantaneous x velocity. So, magkaiba yun. Ano ba yung instantaneous x velocity? So, mamaya di-discuss ko ano. So, iba pa yung average x velocity doon sa instantaneous x velocity. So, remember, take note that the average velocity is the amount or the displacement, the change in position per unit time na chosen. Okay? Halimbawa, ayan. Yan. Yan. Halimbawa, yung ating body ay papunta dito. Halimbawa, may yan, point particle lang natin papunta doon. So, nandito na siya. Yan. Nandito na siya. So, yung papunta dito ay may displacement yan, delta x, ano. So, ang kinuha natin is delta x over delta t. So, kabuuan yun. Kabuuan nito. So, yun yung average x velocity. Pero, hindi natin alam kung anong nangyari dito sa point na to, kung bumagal ba, kung bumilis dito sa point na to, kung nasiraan ba. So, ang isang example dyan, halimbawa, ay yung kwento ni Unggoy at ni Pagong. Yan. Si Unggoy at si Pagong, ayan, nagkarera. Tapos si Unggoy ay pabanjing-banjing, pahinga-pahinga. Ayan. Example ko lang na parehas silang nakarating doon sa kanilang posisyon. Kaya lang si Unggoy mas madaming pahinga, si Pagong naman ay dire-diretso lang ng lakad. Tapos na notice ni Unggoy na malapit na si Pagong, so hinabol niya and at the same time parehas silang nakarating doon sa point na to dito. So ibig sabihin ay magkaiba yung hindi natin alam kung anong nangyari dito eh. Hindi natin kung bumilis ba o bumagal. And yun yung tinatawag na instantaneous velocity, which is defined as the velocity at a given instant. So, tinanong tayo, ano yung velocity dito? Ano yung velocity dito sa part na yun? Ano yung velocity at time t1, at time t2, at time t3? Diba? So, yun yung instantaneous velocity. So, So ngayon, paano natin malalaman ang average velocity kapag ang given ay equation of a line, ano? So yan, kapag ang given ay equation. O kaya ipinlat natin sa graph, which is ang graph natin is yung x dash t graph. Yung vertical component ng ating coordinate system is the x, yun yung displacement, yun yung amount of displacement, and then ito naman yung time travel, ano. So kung paplat natin yung kanina, yan. So yun ang sinasabi ko, na hindi natin alam yung nangyari dito. Nga pala, itong line na yan ay hindi ibig sabihin yan yung path ng ating dragster. Ito yung dragster, oh, na andun pa din siya sa horizontal. Ito ay to indicate the pictorial explanation lang ng motion noong ating dragster. Ano, hindi kung bumagal ba siya dito sa part na to, tapos sa part na to ay bumilis na ng todo, yan. So mamaya yun yung instantaneous velocity. So before that, alamin natin kung paano kunin yung average velocity kapag nasa xt graph tayo. So na-plot natin yung ating line, yung record nung ating dragster, yung bilis niya, yung displacement niya. Ito yon, yung line na yan. And ang hahanapin natin is the average velocity, which is the average x velocity. So for a displacement along the x-axis, always kapag straight line motion, an object's average x velocity equals to the slope of a line connecting the corresponding points on the graph of position. So, ibig sabihin, ang span niya ay from P1 to P2. Tama? Yun yung sinasabi ko kanina. So, yung average velocity, ibig sabihin, ay hindi niya ang average x velocity ay hindi detalyado kung bumagal ba dito, kung bumilis dito, hindi detalyado, ano? So, ang average velocity is from end to dulo sa dulo. Yun yung average velocity, ano? And the average x velocity is the slope daw, ay the rise over run. Ito yun, yung kulay green. Yan, yung kulay green na line. Slope from P1 and P2 is equivalent to average x velocity. So, yan na, connecting points on the graph, yan, versus time. Ayan. So, average x velocity is the ratio between the delta x and delta t. So, yun na yun. The slope lamang siya. Ayan. Rise over run lang. So, test your understanding of section 2.1. So, yung section 2.1, yung kakadiscuss ko lang. Ayan. Each of the following automobile takes 1 hour. So, pare-parehas silang 1 hour. Ano? The positive x direction is to the east. To the east daw. Lagi tayong to the east. To the east ay positive direction. So, standard na yan. Automobile A travels 50 kilometers due east. Ano? So, yan. Automobile A yan. So, and the automobile B is 50 kilometers due west. O, yan. So, negative 50 yan. Pag ganyan. Kapag papuntang east, positive yan. And kapag papuntang negative yan. Automobile C travel 60 km due east naman. So, mas mahaba. Papunta doon. And due east, and then turns around and travels 10 km. Ay, bumalik uli. So, 50. Equal lang sila ni A. 50 lang din. 50 lang din kasi pumunta siya ng east and then bumalik ng 10 kilometers due west. So, meaning, ang kanyang displacement is the same as displacement done by the automobile A. Ano? Ayan. So, then, automobile D travel 70 km due east. Oy, malayo. Malayo ng 20 km from compared dun sa A and C. A and C. Ayan. Automobile E travels 20 km due west. So, due west, then turns around and travels 20 kilometer. Oy, nagpunta ng 20 kilometer, tapos bumalik uli ng 20 kilometer, equal magnitude, ay di zero displacement ito. Okay? Meaning, zero average velocity yun. Kasi yung delta x mo, zero eh. So, 0 divide any number is equal to 0. Then, rank the 5 traits in order of the average x velocity from most positive to most negative. So, alin ang mauuna dyan? Alin ang mauuna? So, automobile D. Kasi 70 km due east. So, mauuna si automobile D. Automobile D ang una kasi 70 km due east. Positive 70 kilometers over 1 hour. So, 70 km per hour yon. So, yun yung pinakamalaki. So, nakikita ko, So, 70 siya. And the next is the, So, yung 50 km due east, which is A. Yung A natin ang sunod. And, equivalent din siya dito sa isa. Dito sa, yung nag-turn, yung automobile C, travel 60 km due east, nagpunta siya ng east, pero bumalik uli ng west ng 10 km, meaning 50 km yung kanya displacement. And displacement over 1 hour ay same lang din dun sa isa, So 50, equivalent din ito sa C, which is equal to 50 km per hour. So AC na. Ano pa ang kulang? AB, si B. Bakit si B? Dahil due west siya, negative 50, siya yung most negative. Si 50, si letter automobile B. Kasi due west, 50 km, napakalayo. So negative 50 ang kanyang 50 km per hour ang kanyang average x velocity. So, nasagot na yun. Okay na yun. Nasagot na yun. Another tanong, which trips, if any, kung meron daw, have the same average x velocity? Ayun na yun. Ang the same average x velocity, nasabi ko kanina, si A at si C. Okay? Next, for which trip, if any, kung meron, is the average x velocity equal to 0? Ayun. Yung nagpunta ng west, tapos bumalik ng east na same ang magnitude, yun. Sino yun? Si automobile D, which is 0 displacement siya, or equivalent to 0 average x velocity. Bakit naging 0 average x velocity? Kasi ang formula ng average x velocity ay So, ito yon, ganyan ang unit niya. A of x, average velocity is delta x over delta t. Ang t naman natin is traveling 1 hour lamang naman eh. So, yung delta x over delta t, yun na yun. Kaya, kung ito ay positive din siya. Positive din itong isa. Kung positive ito, positive din ito. Ito naman, laging positive yan. Yung time na yan. Yan. Okay? So, next is the instantaneous velocity. So, yung kanina, average x velocity is yun yung rate of the displacement per unit travel time chosen, from P1 to P2. Pero hindi natin alam kung anong nangyayari doon sa at time 3 seconds, at time 2 seconds, ano yung velocity doon. Yun yung instantaneous velocity natin. And simply, sa mga susunod nating discussion, instantaneous velocity is also the term velocity. So, yun na yung velocity at a given point or at a given time or at a specific time. Yan. But the average velocity of a particle during a time interval can tell, yan yung sinasabi ko, cannot tell us how fast or in what direction, kung pakaliwa ba o pakanan. So, hindi sinabi doon sa average x velocity. Hindi detalyado. Dito sa average x velocity na yan, hindi detalyado kung pasaan ba, kung bumilis ba, kung bumagal ba, hindi. So, the particle particle was moving at any given time. So yun na, at any given time during the time interval. At any given time during the time interval. Ayan nga no, during the time interval. Hindi natin alam kung anong nangyari dun sa tinravel niya, kung tinamad ba siya, kung bumagal ba siya, kung bumalik ba siya uli, kung nagpatuloy ulit siya, gano'n. So to do this, we need to know the instantaneous velocity. Yun na. Nandito na tayo sa instantaneous velocity. What is the instantaneous velocity? It is the velocity at a specific instant of time or specific point along the path. Ayan. So ganito yan. Halimbawa, ang ikaw ay naglakad ka papunta dito. Point na yan. Tapos ikaw ay tumakbo. Pumunta dyan. Tapos naglakad ka uli. Hanggang nakarating ka doon sa finish line. So, yung average velocity is ito yung ina-analyze. But the instantaneous velocity is yung kung saang point na yon. What is the velocity at point dito? Or at time t1? O at time t2 naman, at time t2, what is the velocity? Time t2. And yung velocity doon, yun yung ating instantaneous velocity. Kaya nga instantaneous. Ibig sabihin, at a specific instant of time or specific point along the path. So, yun yung instantaneous velocity. Okay? Diretso tayo. So, kung ang ating average x velocity, ang kanyang equation or formula is the difference between or the ratio between the displacement or delta x per time interval or the delta t, ang ating namang b sub x, or yun ang ating, yung b sub x natin, yun yung ating instantaneous velocity symbol ha. V, small letter v, ang subscript niya is letter x, which is the instantaneous velocity along the x-axis. Yun yung instant velocity along the x-axis. So, ito daw, ang equivalent nito, ang instantaneous velocity is the limit of the average velocity when the time interval approaches 0. So, magdi-differential calculus tayo. So, in differential calculus, ang equivalent nito is dx over dt, which is the derivative of x with respect to time. So, yun na yun. So, ibig sabihin, yun yung ating instantaneous velocity formula. Ibig sabihin, magdi-derivative tayo. Okay, kung di marunong sa derivative, lahat ng mga formulas doon, napakadaming formulas doon. So, recall nyo lang. So, yan. So, ibig sabihin yan, kung ibabalik natin yung ating graph kanina, di ba, ang ating, yan yung P1, yung kanina kasi may P2 dito, yan, di ba yan yung slope niyan, yung ginuhit kong yan, ay yan yung average x velocity. So, yung instantaneous naman ay ito. Yan, yung kulay green na yan, yung slope na yan. Ibig sabihin, yan, yung instantaneous velocity is the tangent line at any point in the motion relation ng ating body. At T1, kasi ang kinukuha natin is the limit of average x velocity with as the time interval approaches 0. Ibig sabihin ay from our differential calculus, lagi na kapag ang ating ay nag-approaches 0, ibig sabihin yung line, yung slope line, yung line of slope doon ay magtatangent, hindi siya mag-i-intersect ng dalawang point, kasi approaches 0 siya. So, paliit ng paliit yung time interval, ibig sabihin, yung slope ng line natin ay magtatangent doon sa ating equation ng ating xt graph, no? Yan. Ayan. So kung makikita nyo nga ulit, balik natin, yung makikita nyo, ito yung bx, ito yun, ha? Ayan. And yung equation niya ay ito. Ayan, para makuha yan. Yan yung tangent line dito sa ating, yung motion ng ano. And which is 160 meter over 4 seconds. So 40 meter per second. Yung ating instantaneous velocity. Pero yung dito ay mas malaki. Yung slope niya dito, yung kanina, di ba? Mas malaki yan. Kasi ito nga ay approach zero, kaya paliit siya. Oo, paliit. Ano? So, paliit, approach zero. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin, kapag meron tayong given na line ng motion ng ating object, ay lahat ng tangent line doon, yun yung ating instantaneous velocity. Like dito sa figure A, xt graph. So, ang x ay yung vertical and t yung ating horizontal. Lahat ng magta-tangent line dyan ay yun yung ating instantaneous velocity. Okay? So, yan. So, particles motion, itong nasa right. Yan. Yan yung describe. So, at point A, so, ayan na, nasa negative siya. Okay, nasa negative side siya. Ito siya, oh. Ayun. So, nasa negative, ito positive x, ito negative x. Okay, na-imagine nyo. So, nasa negative siya. Ito yung zero natin eh. Zero. So, nasa negative yung ating body and moving to the x direction. Moving to the x direction kasi yung ating equation ng line ay pataas. Papunta dun eh. So, to the x direction siya. And the particle is at x negative 0, which is nasa negative, and the motion of the body is to the positive x direction. Same is true with the point B. So, nasa origin. Tama. From T sub A to T sub B, it speeds up. Bumilis daw. So, take note na ang ating steepness ng ating average instantaneous velocity dito, kapag sobrang steep ng ating sobrang tarik ng slope, halimbawa ito, sobrang tarik nito kaysa dito, ito, yung body ay mas bumilis. Dito, medyo mabagal-bagal pa, pero may velocity din siya dyan. Dito, mas bumilis siya. Ayan. And next, kapag ang kaating tangent line ay nag-horizontal, meaning to say, the slope is zero. And also, the instantaneous velocity will become zero. Kasi horizontal yung kanyang tangent line. Wala siyang slope. Ito, sa point 0, wala siyang slope. So, meaning, zero yung kanyang velocity. And, yan. So, dito naman sa point D, slope is negative. So, meaning, it speeds up, pero ang papunta siya dun sa negative x direction. Okay? So, ganun din dito sa point D. Okay, point E. So, alin ang mas mabilis dito? Alin ang mas mabilis? Diba ito? Mas mabilis ito kaysa dito. Yan. Kasi mas steep siya kaysa dito. Okay? Yan. So, yan na. Sinasabi ko kanina, the steeper the slope, kahit nasa positive siya or nasa negative, ay of the xt graph, the greater is the object's speed. So, the greater is the object's speed is mas mabilis siya kapag steep yung kanyang slope. Okay? So, yan na. Example tayo para bigyan natin ng mukha itong ating topic. So, a cheetah is crouch, you know, and 20 meter to the east of an observer. 20 meter. So, may figure tayo niyan. Ito yung figure niyan. Yan, ito yung observer. Yan, ito yung observer. And ito yung cheetah. Yan yung cheetah. Ay, nakakita niya yung antelope. So, susunggaban niya yan. And itong observer, in-observe niya kung gaano kabilis yung motion nitong cheetah. So, balik tayo sa problem. Ayan. At time t is equal to 0, so wala pang nangyayari. The cheetah begins to run. So, simula siyang tumakbo. Due east. So, papuntang silangan toward an antelope that is 50 meter to the east. So, yung 50 meter to the east of the observer. So, ibig sabihin, ilalet natin yung observer as 0 or the origin. And during the first 2 seconds of the attack, the cheetah's coordinate x varies with the time according to the equation. Ayan na, nagkaroon na tayo ng equation. Kasi nagbabari yung kanyang displacement. Ayan na yung equation natin. So mamaya makikita nyo, nagdi-difference tayo dyan. So, madali lang naman yan. And A, find the cheetah's displacement between T1 and T2. So yung displacement niya from T1 and T2. So delta x lang yan. And B, find its average velocity during that time interval. And average velocity, madali lang din yun. Delta x over delta t yun. Then C is find its instantaneous velocity. So instantaneous velocity, remember, is different from average velocity. At T1 is equal to 1 seconds by taking delta t is equal to 0.1 second, then 0.01 second, then 0.001 second. Ibig sabihin may dalawang way tayo para makita yung ating instantaneous velocity. So yung una, yung gamit yung magdi-differential tayo. I-differentiate natin yung equation, yung motion, yung displacement ng cheetah. And yung pangalawa is through average velocity, kasi ang meaning ng instantaneous velocity, remember, is it is the limit of the average velocity at which the delta t or the time interval approaches 0. So meaning, paliliitin natin itong value ng delta t gamit yung formula ng average x velocity. And hanggang sa lumapit sa 0, yun yung magiging value natin ng instantaneous velocity. So, dalawa yung way natin So, ipapakita ko yan. So, sunod na tanong, derive an expression for the cheetah's instantaneous velocity as a function of time and use it to find the instantaneous velocity at t. So, ito paliwanag ko lang, instantaneous velocity, yan ang kapag straight line motion, v sub x, na maliit. Kapag average x velocity, ulitin ko das x. So, magkaiba yan, magkaiba po yan. So, to find the instantaneous velocity, x velocity at t is equals to 1 second and t is equals to 2 seconds. Yan. So, yan na. So, ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina. So, may observer. Yan lang yung ating visualization. So, lagyan natin ilipat natin sa particle or the idealized model kung tawagin. Yan. So, si vehicle ang ating magiging origin and the cheetah, yun, sa x sub 0, oo nga, which is 20 meters from the vehicle or the observer. So, yan na. And, yan. So, delta x natin. So, pumili siya at some given, at a point, at some particular point, x sub 1 and x sub 2. So, dun yung kanyang, dun niya na record, yung bilis, dun niya in-observe yung cheetah para sunggaban yung antelope. So, yung 50 meter yung layo ni antelope dun sa vehicle. So, yun na. So, time T1, ang time lang natin is 1 second and 2 seconds. Ano? Yan. Kita nyo ito. So, ito yon. So, average x velocity yan. And at some point, so, yan ay instantaneous velocity. Yeah? At time 1 second yun. 1 second. Yan. Decision point axis in the direction theta runs so that all values will be positive. So, point axis in the direction theta runs. Yan. Lahat daw ng direction papunta doon. So, para maging positive lahat, place the origin at the vehicle. So, napaliwanag ko na yan kanina. Yan na yun. So, solution. So, given yung ating equation, nagbabari yung displacement niya nung theta, ibig sabihin ay pabago-bago at some particular time or specific time. And the equation for the displacement ay x is equals to 20 meters plus 5.0 meter per second square multiplied by t squared. Yung t, yun yung ating time. Yan. Yan yung equation natin. So, ang unang tanong is the displacement. Yun. Yung may question mark na to. Yan. The displacement. Ay, di ba, ang displacement is the change in position. So, ang position ng unang position nung hindi natin alam ang ginibin lang sa atin is the equation nung displacement. Meaning, kukuhanin natin yon in terms of time, which is given naman yung T1 is 1 second and T2 is 2 seconds. Makikita nyo, di ba? Ito yung 1 second to 2 seconds. So, direct substitution lang para makuha si x sub 1 and x sub 2 to the formula. So, direct substitution. So, yung t sub 1 ay ito. So, makukuha natin si 25 meters. And yung t sub 2 ay yun, 2 seconds. Therefore, makuha natin si x sub 2 and x sub 1. 40 meters and 25 meters respectively. Okay? Therefore, the displacement during the 1 second interval, yun yung 1 second to 2 seconds, so 2 minus 1 is 1 second. Yung interval nun, yung displacement daw doon ay x sub 2 minus x sub 1, 40 meters minus 25. So, napakadali lang ito, 15 meters. So, next question is, the average x velocity during this interval is, ayan. So, ano daw yung average velocity during this interval? Average x velocity, remember, it is the pinaulit-ulit ko ha, it is the rate of this position or displacement of a body per unit time interval ha. Ayan, so delta t over delta x over delta t yon. So x sub 2 minus x sub 1 over t sub 2 minus t sub 1. T sub 1, yung may subscript naman, yun yung initial component, and yung may 2 naman, subscript na to, yun yung final So, average x velocity is equal to 15 meters per second. Ito siya. Okay, the next question is, find the instantaneous velocity daw. So, find the instantaneous velocity gamit yung ating average x velocity. Kung saan yung average x velocity natin ay yung time doon, yung time interval approaches 0. Okay? Meaning, magsaset tayo na yung delta t is approaching 0. So, from point 1, tapos yung 0.001 na delta t, and 0.001 na delta t. So, hanggang 3 lang. Masyadong mahaba. Kaya analyze naman na natin agad yun. So, with delta t is equals to 0.1 second, the time interval is from t1 is equals to 1 second to a new. So, new, t sub 2 is equals to 1.1. So, sa halip na yung t sub 2 natin is 2 seconds. So, ang magiging t sub 2 natin ngayon ay 1.1 kasi pinapaliit natin yung time interval, yung delta t. So, para makuha natin yung instantaneous velocity. And delta at T2, the position is, ayan. So, direct substitution lang doon sa ating formula again, nung ating ating displacement. Kasi nagbabari yung displacement niya. So, laging dito tayo sa formula. Dito tayo sa formula na yan, ha? Okay? Yan, x sub 2. And makukuha natin yung bagong x sub 2 natin na 26.05 meters. 26.05 meters yung x sub 2. Ano? Ayan. So, ayan. So, the average x velocity during this 0.1 s interval, seconds interval, is, ayan. So, direct substitution lang dyan sa formula ng delta x over delta t. And makukuha natin si 10.5 meter per second. So, yan na ba yung instantaneous velocity? No, hindi pa yan. So, mag-substitute ulit tayo. Gawin ulit natin itong process na yan. Pero yung delta t natin this time is 0.01. So, try to calculate it using your calculator. Ganyan ang mga lalabas dyan. Following this pattern, you can calculate the average x velocities for 0.01 second and 0.001 second intervals. So, the results are 10.05 meter per second and 10.005 meter per second. So, you see, at first 10.5 meter per second nung inanalyze natin ito na ang delta t is 0.1, and next is 10.005 meter per second nung 0.001 ang ating delta t. And ano pa? Ito pa yung kanina, ibig sabihin na habang lumiliit yung ating delta t, nagiging close yung ating value doon sa 10 meter per second. So, therefore, ang specific instantaneous velocity nito is 10 meter per second. Kasi habang lumiliit yung delta t, ay lumalapit dun sa 10 meter per second. So, yun yung unang way, para makuha yung ating instantaneous velocity. So, yung padalwa ay ito na. Ayan na. So, i-derivative natin itong ating equation kasi nagbabari siya, Take note that the instantaneous velocity is the limit of the average velocity as the time interval approaches zero. So, in differential calculus, ay i-derivative natin yung ating equation. Dx over dt siya eh. So, meaning i-derivative natin yung x with respect to time. And remember that the derivative of any constant number is equal to 0. Meaning, cancel ito. Itong 20 na yan. Ito na lang ang i-derivative natin. And, paano i-derivative yan? Madali lang naman yan. So, halimbawa, x raised to n, ang derivative niya is equal to x raised to n minus 1. So, lang yan? Review lang, So, meaning, ang instantaneous velocity formula natin, v sub x is equivalent to 10 meter per second kasi 2 times 5 is 10. Ayun, 10. And 2 minus 1 ay raised to 1. So, any number raised to 1 ay wala na yan. Kahit hindi nasulat yun. Yan. Any constant number has a exponent of 1. At t is equals to 1 second, this yields v sub x is equal to 10 meter per second. So, substitute lang. Sa hinahanap natin yung ating instantaneous velocity at a given point at a given time. So, ang hanapin natin at time 1 second. Ano yung instantaneous velocity doon? So, direct substitution lang dun sa ating nakuha equation, which is ito. So, 10 meter per second square times 1 is ilan? Ito yung sagot. So, yun yung instantaneous velocity doon sa ating point 1 with or point 1 at time t1. As we found in part C. So, nasan yung part C na yun? Ayun, 10 meter per second. At yun na yung instantaneous velocity, habang lumalapit sa delta t equals to 0. Nagiging 10 meter per second yung kanyang average x velocity. So, yun yung limit. At t2 is equals to, at t sub 2 is equals to 2 seconds. So, substitute din ulit. Yun, doon. So, makuha natin si 20 meter per second. And, yan. Ibig sabihin, pamula dito, yan. Ibig sabihin, yung velocity dyan is, alin? Yung instantaneous velocity na 10 meter per second. And yung velocity dito, ito yon. Ito yon. Yun yung at t sub 2. So, b sub 1x and b sub 2x yan. So, 20 meter at 10 meter. So, yun yung dalawang instantaneous velocity. So, tingnan nyo to. Pag addin nyo yung dalawa, i-average nyo yung dalawa. So, 10 plus 20 is 30, di ba? So, average, divide mo kung ilan yung item. So, dalawa. So, 30 divide 2 is 15. So, makikita nyo, ayun 15. So, yun yung average x velocity. Diba? Makikita nyo yung relation, ha? So, yun. So, our results show that the cheetah pick up speed. So, yung pick up speed, yun na yung speed, yung buwelo. Buwelo kung baga sa Tagalog, Yun yung b sub 1. From t is equals to 0, when it was at rest, to t is equals to 1.0 second is 10 meter per second. And t2 is equals to b sub x sub 2 is equals to 20 meter per second. This makes sense that the cheetah covered only 5 meter during the time interval t0, t is equals to 0 and t is equals to 1.0. Okay? So, paano yun? Bakit naging 5 meter? So, bakit naging 5 meter ito? Bakit naging 5 meter? Ha? Bakit naging 5 meter? Ay, baliktad. Mali. Sorry. Ito yan. Mali. Bakit naging 5 meter lang ito? Yan. Kasi 10 meter ay di ba distance over time yon. So, dapat ay hindi 5, kundi 10, di ba? So, bakit? Kasi, di ba, ano yung average velocity dyan? So, average, i-consider mo pa din yung initial velocity na 0 dyan. Then, i-average mo sila. So, ibig sabihin, ang b sub 0 mo is 0 minus, plus mo sila, average plus b sub 1x, yung instantaneous velocity at point dito. So, 0 plus 10 meter per second over 2. Tama? Equal yan sa 5 meter per second. And para makuha yung distance dito, yung distance is multiply mo siya ng ilan? 1 seconds. Kaya naging 5 meters. Ganon yung analysis dyan. But it covered 15 meter during the time interval t sub 1 second and 2 seconds. So, yun na yun. So, average velocity lang naman. So, 15. Di 15 times mo ng 1, di 15 meter. Okay? So, test your understanding. So, mula dun sa ating, yung kanina, figure 2.9 daw. Yan na. Is an xt graph of the motion of a particle. So, xt graph. So, ito yung displacement, ito yung time. Okay? So, ito yung positive, ito yung negative. Ha? So, yan. Rank the values of the particles. Ang particles dyan, ayan, P, Q, R, S. Yan. So, i-rank down natin yung particles x velocity or v sub x. So, ano bang velocity meron dyan? Instantaneous ba or average? So, instantaneous kasi at a given point and a given time. from the most positive to the most negative. Okay? Sagutin na muna agad natin yun. So, i-rank down natin simula positive hanggang sa negative. So, instantaneous velocity. Ayan. So, dito, sa point Q, ano ang instantaneous velocity niya? So, since ang slope ng line doon is 0, therefore, 0 yung instantaneous velocity niya dyan. Okay? Yan, 0 yan. And dito, ano instantaneous velocity niya dito? So, positive or negative? So, take note that the instantaneous velocity kapag papunta doon is positive. Yung slope niya. Pag ganito naman, so, negative yan. Negative. Then, ito naman ay 0 again. 0 ulit siya. So, sabi ay from most positive to negative. So, ang una dyan ay yung P. Okay. Sunod ay yung si Q at si S. Bakit? Ay 0 yan eh. 0 ibig sabihin ay neutral. Ano bang mas mataas? Si negative 1 ba? Or si 0? Diba yung 0 ang mas mataas? Ayan. And lastly, yun yung siyempre, yung ating R. Yan yung negative eh. Kasi yung slope niya is pababa. Okay? Next question, at which point is Bx is positive? Positive. Ayan. Dito sa point P. Ito yung positive. Then, at which Bx is negative? So, dito ang negative. Negative yan. Kasi negative slope. Yan. At which point is Bx is 0? Dito sa dalawang 0. Horizontal yung ating tangent line. Then, rank the values of the particles speed at the points P, Q, R, and S from fastest to lowest. So, ang tinatanong dito ay yung speed. So, speed, it is the magnitude. Pag sinabing speed, yan ay scalar quantity. Speed siya. Scalar quantity. It doesn't require the direction. And speed is the magnitude of the instantaneous velocity. Yan. So, magnitude lang. Ibig sabihin, yung value lang nun. So, i-rank natin. Ano ba yung mas pinaka-rank the values of the particles speed, pinakamalakas ang speed, pinakamataas ay dito sa dito sa saan? Pinakamataas ay dito sa Q. Ayun of 0 ang instantaneous velocity dyan. So 0 ang nga pala. Yung pinakamataas ay itong saan ba pinakamabilis? Ay dito. Dito ang pinakamabilis niya eh. Tama? Kasi sobrang steep ng slope niya. So ang pinakamabilis is dito. So R muna. And then pangalawa ay ito. Si P. Tama? And then yung dalawang huli. Slowest. Yung dalawa. Q at S. Okay? So fastest to lowest. Next, the average and instantaneous acceleration. So, tapos na tayo sa velocity. Acceleration tayo. Ano ba ibig sabihin na acceleration? Ano bang pagkakaiba nito? What is the difference between the acceleration and the velocity? Sa aking pagkakaunawa, ang acceleration is the rate of change of the velocity of a body per unit time. Kung kanina, yung ating velocity is the rate of change of displacement per unit time interval. Ito naman ay velocity naman yung nagbabago. Sa velocity, kanina ay nagbabago yung displacement, yung distance, yung position. Dito naman sa acceleration, ang nagbabago naman dito ay yung B, yung velocity natin. So, average acceleration and instantaneous acceleration. So, may average din dyan and may instantaneous. So, ganun din yung analyze natin sa kanina. Average ay di yung sa kabuuan na na napili nating time or given time na T1 at T2 na yan, average acceleration. So we define the average acceleration of the particle as it moves from P1 to P2 to be a vector quantity whose x component average x acceleration. So average x acceleration. So nasa ano pa din tayo? Straight line motion pa din tayo. So nasa x component lang tayo, x-axis lang. So kung tayo ay nasa ano na, kung 2D na yung ating ano or 3D ay kakaroon na tayo na x, y, z component. Call the average x acceleration equals to delta v sub x, the change in x component of velocity. Ayan na. So ayan na, yung change of velocity natin divided by the time interval delta t. Delta t. So ayan na, ang formula. Average x acceleration stands for small letter a and subscript niya of thus x. Read as average x acceleration is equivalent to v sub 2x which is the instantaneous velocity at point 2 minus instantaneous velocity at point 1 over time interval which is t2 minus t1. So yun yung average x acceleration in straight line motion pa din tayo. So straight line pa lang tayo ha. So, madami pa. Yan. So example tayo para mas maunawaan natin. As an astronaut has left an orbiting spacecraft to test a new personal maneuvering unit. As she moves along the straight line, her partner on the spacecraft measures her velocity every 2 seconds, starting at 1 second. So every 2 seconds yun, starting at 1 second. So 1 plus 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5. So ito yun. Yan. So yan, ito yung chart, yan yung observation ng kanyang kaibigan, yung partner. So ito yung velocity at time t1, 3, 5, 7, and ito yung continuation. And yan. So yan yung observation. So tanong sa atin, find the average x acceleration. Average x acceleration. And state whether the speed of the astronaut increases or decreases over each of these 2 seconds time interval. So A, yung A natin at T1 and T2 which is 1 second and 3 second, B 5 second to 7 second, and C 9 seconds to 11 seconds, and D 13 seconds to 15 seconds. So, ayan. Find the average x acceleration and the state. So, yan na yung tanong. So, ito yung observation. Sineset up natin. Therefore, pag ganyan. So, ito ay nagmula doon sa formula ng delta v sub x over delta t. Okay. So, velocity ang nagbabago dito. So sa A natin, situation A. So, ito yung situation A natin. So, 1.2 minus 0.8 second over yung time interval which is 3 minus 1. So, ibig sabihin, ang magiging sagot dyan is 0.2 meter per second square. Okay? Meter per second square. Na? The speed, magnitude of instantaneous x velocity increases from 0.8, so nakikita nyo, 0.8 ito, to 1.2. Ibig sabihin ay bumilis. Nag-speed up siya. Nag-speed up. Okay? Next, yung B. So, average x acceleration at time 5 seconds to 7 seconds. So, pag maminusin lang ang dalawa, and then yung velocity is from 1.6 naging 1.2. So, bumaba. So, bumagal. So, the speed decreases from 1.6 meter per second to 1.2. So, direct substitution, ang average x acceleration doon sa point na yon, sa time na yon, time interval na yon, is negative 0.2 meter per second square na nakikita niya. Ano? Then, c is average x acceleration is equivalent to negative 1 meter per second. So, alin ba yan? Yung letter C is from 9 to 11. And at 9 seconds, negative 0.4 meter per second yung kanyang velocity. Bakit negative yan? Anong ibig sabihin yan? Ibig sabihin yan, pabalik. Pabalik siya. Sa halip na pa-forward, ay pabalik yung movement ng ating motion. And at 11 second is negative 1.0 meter per second. Pabalik uli. Kaya lang, mas bumilis. Kasi from 0.4, naging 1 meter per second. Kaya lang, pabalik yung direction niya. Yan yung essence ng ating algebraic sign dito. Kapag velocity ang pinag-uusapan. Positive or yung direction natin. Ayan. So, direct substitution. So, delta x over, delta b sub x over delta t. So, direct substitution, b sub 2. Ito yun. Ayan lang yun. 1, negative 1. Siyempre, include nyo, minus, negative 4. So, ito, positive lang naman yan. Difference lang nitong dalawa. 11 minus 9. Yun na. Then, type nyo lang sa calcio. Lalabas dyan is negative 0.3 meter per second square. And as we notice, the speed increases from 0.4 meter per second to 1 meter per second square. And lastly, the average x velocity at situation D, which is t1 is equal to 13 seconds and t sub 2 is 15 seconds. Okay, ganun ulit, direct substitution, and ang makukuha natin doon is 0.4 meter per second square. And as we notice, from 1.6, negative 1.6, naging negative 0.8. So, yung magnitude ng speed niya is bumagal. Therefore, ang kanyang acceleration ay positive. Positive. Bakit? Ayan, ganyan ang nangyari. The speed decreases. The speed decreases. Pero yung acceleration niya is positive pa din. Kasi, ito yan, algebra. Negative 0.8 minus 1.6 is positive ilan? Positive 0.8. So, kung positive yan, over positive, positive ang magiging sagot. Okay? Yan. So, ganito yung, kung ipa-plot natin yung graph, yung kanyang nakuhang solution, nakuhang sagot, ganyan na nangyayari. So, dalawang, sa BXT graph, ito yung BXT graph, ito yung BXT graph, and yung padalawang graph is ito, AXT graph. So, acceleration dito, graph over T, at velocity dito, over T, yung graph. So, dalawang graph, i-analyze natin, kasi may matututunan tayo dito ng pattern. So, dun sa una, ayan yung sagot. So, positive yung kanyang acceleration. Positive yung kanyang acceleration. Nakikita niya, positive So, 0.2 meter per second square. So, positive. And yung kanyang average x velocity, so dito yung magagaya, ay positive. So, positive. And as we notice, kapag positive yung bx, b sub x natin, at ang acceleration is also positive, ang mangyayari sa kanyang speed ay tataas. So, mag-i-speed up siya. So, tandaan yun, mag-i-speed up siya. So, kabaligtaran naman dito sa padalawang nangyari. So, positive yung kanyang average x velocity, positive, nasa positive pa din siya. Makikita nyo, positive pa din siya. Ayan. Positive pa din. Kaya lang, decreasing yung kanyang velocity kasi pababa yung kanyang slope, di ba? Decreasing. Pero positive, nasa positive siya. Di ba? Positive siya. Positive yung average x velocity niya. And yung kanyang acceleration, kung ilalagay natin sa graph, is negative. And kapag ganun daw, kapag nasa positive ito, ang b sub x and yung kanyang acceleration is negative, therefore, yung body ay babagal. Babagal siya. The speed decreases. Okay? Sunod, yung letter C naman, so negative yung kanyang average x acceleration. So negative ba? Negative siya. Negative. Ayan o. Nasa negative siya. Ito yung negative. And then, yung kanya acceleration is also negative. So kapag ganun daw, ang graph nila ay mangyayari sa object or body ay mag-i-increase ang speed or mag-i-speed up. Okay? Sana matandaan niyo yun. And next is, kapag ganito naman, so letter D, so past negative x acceleration pa din siya. So bakit negative? Negative 0.8 meter per second minus negative 1.6, diba? Negative 0.8 siya. So negative yung kanyang x velocity and yung kanyang acceleration is positive. So kapag ganyan, ay magbabagal na naman siya. So in general, dapat parehas yung sign ng average x velocity and average acceleration para bumilis. Okay? Yun lang yun. Pag magkaiba yung sign nila, ibig sabihin, babagal. Okay? Ulitin ko. In order for the body to speed up, it must be that the value of b sub x or the average x velocity is in the direction or same as the direction with the acceleration or the average acceleration. Pag magkaiba ang kanilang sign, babagal yung object. Okay? Yun lang yun. Now, what is instantaneous acceleration? Kung ang average acceleration is the average acceleration between some point per unit time interval, ano naman yung instantaneous acceleration? So, gaya ng analysis natin sa velocity, ganun pa din. So, it is the acceleration at an instant or at an specific time or at an specific point. So, ibig sabihin ay di ba, halimbawa, nag-travel kayo. Halimbawa, kayo taga Rojas. Punta kayo ng school, papasok kayo. Yung average acceleration, that is the acceleration pamula Rojas hanggang school na. So, total na. Pero yung nangyari dun sa habang tinatravel mo, hindi naka-indicate dun sa average acceleration. Hindi naka-detalyado. Pero dito sa instantaneous acceleration, yun na yung pinaka-detail na acceleration. Halimbawa, at sa parteng nauhan, ganito ang acceleration mo, bumilis. Sa parteng siguro, ganito, bumilis, bumaga, ganyan. Nagpalit ng velocity at nung nasa Victoria ka, nagpalit ulit, nag-shift ulit ng velocity. So, nagbagong acceleration nun. Ayun, yun yung instantaneous velocity, instantaneous acceleration na tinatawag natin. And kapag pinagsama-sama natin naman lahat yun, and i-divide natin kung ilan yung nakuha natin acceleration, ay yun na din yun naman yung average acceleration natin. Ano? So, the definition of our instantaneous acceleration is it is the limit of the average acceleration at which the time interval approaches zero. Ayan. So, nakikita natin, magkakaroon na naman tayo ng limit. Magkakaroon na naman tayo ng limit. And sa differential calculus ay ito ang equivalent niya. So, derivative of b sub x with respect to time. So b sub x, inulit ko, x lang tayo muna, wala pa tayo sa y and z. Mas madugo yun pagka may say x, y, z na. So yun yung kahalagahan ng vector natin pinag-aralan. So i-apply natin dito. Pero this time ay magaan pa lang to. So yeah. So for a displacement along the x-axis, so along the x-axis again, straight line motion, an object's average acceleration, x-acceleration, equals to the slope of a line connecting the corresponding points on a graph. So, dulo sa dulo, kumbaga. Dulo sa dulo. Yun yung average acceleration. While the instantaneous acceleration is the limit of the average acceleration as time interval approaches zero. So, magdi-derivative tayo. So, yung line na kulay green, yan yung velocity ng ating na nagbabari with respect to time. Velocity of our object varies with time. Ayan. So, ito yung ating instantaneous velocity while this is the average x acceleration. Instantaneous acceleration rather, and average acceleration. Ayan. So, the slope of a tangent of b sub x t graph are given point, instantaneous x acceleration at that point. So, yung slope na yun yung ating instantaneous acceleration. And from point to point, yun yung ating average acceleration. So, yan. So, let's say for example, a grand freight car at 2 points on the straight way. So, straight way pa rin tayo. Straight line motion pa rin tayo. So, applicable yung ating formula, yung ating definition. So, yan. So, at P1, there is a speed, B1, and x velocity, B1 B sub 1x. Yun yung instantaneous velocity at point 1 Then, speed, yung speed ay yun yung magnitude ng ating x velocity. Okay? So, speed, B sub 2, and x velocity, B sub 2x. So, ano yung acceleration dyan? Ano yung instantaneous acceleration dyan? So, pamula dito, from point 1 to point P2, so may acceleration yan. At ang ating acceleration yan ay yung ating average x acceleration. Dahil from point to point pamula dulo hanggang sa dulo, ay dun sa point na to, ano yung acceleration dyan? Sa point na to, ano yung acceleration dyan? So, hindi natin alam. And as far as the instantaneous acceleration is concerned, ay yun yung makatutulong sa atin para ma-determine kung ano-ano yung acceleration at a given point and at a given period of time. Okay? So, may rules din tayo dito sa ating acceleration, instantaneous acceleration, ay may rules din tayo. Rules of sign, yan. So, if the x velocity is positive, so ang x velocity, itong graph na to ay velocity yung ating velocity ang ating dyan So, dito, positive. Dito, pupunta, kasi ito yung origin natin. Dito ay negative. Dito, positive Yan, tanggalin natin. So, if the x velocity is positive, okay, positive daw. And increasing. So, getting more positive. So, nandito yung body, papunta doon. So, getting more positive, ibig sabihin, ang kanyang acceleration niya is positive. Positive. And the particle moving in a positive x direction and speeding up kasi nag-i-increase yung kanyang velocity. So, nag-i-speed up siya. Okay? Next, kapag positive and decreasing. nandito pa din siya, nasa positive siya. Kaya lang, decreasing yung ating velocity. And getting less positive. Therefore, ang kanyang acceleration ay negative. Kasi nagdi-decrease nga yung kanyang velocity. Kung nagdi-decrease yung velocity niya, nagdi-decrease din yung kanyang acceleration. Ano? Ayan. Kasi halimbawa, ito, yung velocity nyo dito is 3. Tapos dito ay 1. Ito yung initial, ito yung final. So, 1, diba? B sub 2 minus B sub 1. So, 1 minus 3 is negative. Tama? Negative 2. Kaya yun na, negative ang ating acceleration kapag ganito ang direction ng ating motion. Okay? Then next is negative and increasing. Uy, nandito sa kabila. Imagine nyo na lang, nandito tayo ha. Negative and increasing. So, negative and increasing. Getting less negative. So, getting less negative. Pag sinabi mong increasing, ay, di ba itong 0? So, negative 1, negative 2. Pag sinabi mong increasing, ay, halimbawa mas mataas yan. Si negative 1, si negative 2. Di ba si negative 1? So, meaning, ang kanyang direction is papunta doon. So, negative yung kanyang velocity, but increasing naman. Ibig sabihin, ang direction ng ating body is to the positive x direction. Okay? Ayan. Papuntang positive. Ano? And therefore, yung kanyang acceleration is positive. Positive. And particle is moving in negative x direction. So, getting less negative. Okay? And slowing down. Slowing down. Slowing down siya. No? So, let's say for example, ang kanyang unang velocity is negative 2. And then, sunod na velocity niya, negative 1. Eh, ano ba ang mas mataas ang magnitude? Diba? Si 2. Tama? So, si 2, 2 meter per second, naging 1 meter per second. So, bumagal. So, therefore, yung kanyang speed is nag-slow down. Yeah? Okay? Lastly is, if the x velocity is negative, okay? Negative ulit. Imagine, nandito yung ating negative x direction. So, negative ulit siya. And decreasing. So, negative 1, negative 2. Pag sinabi mong decreasing, is paliit. Paliit siya, ano? So, alin bang mas maliit? Si negative 2 o si negative 1? So, si negative 2, ano? Ibig sabihin, mas malaki si negative 1. Eh, sabi, decreasing. So, papunta doon yung ating direction. And decreasing. Therefore, ang ating x acceleration ay, kasi negative 1 papuntang negative 2. Ha? So, negative 2 minus negative 1, ilan ang sagot? Negative 1, di ba? So, kaya ang ating acceleration kapag ganyan ang motion ay negative siya. And the particle is moving to the negative direction. Ito na yun. Okay? And speeding up. Bakit speeding up? Yung magnitude 1 meter per second to 2 meter per second. Kahit nasa negative x direction siya, lumalaki yung magnitude. Meaning yung speed ay tumataas. Therefore, the body is speeding up. Ayan. Note, these rules apply to both the average x acceleration and the instantaneous x acceleration. Okay? Yan lang. And so, yan na yung kanina. So, yan. So, paliwanag ko lang yung kanina. So, positive siya. So, nasa positive. If the x velocity daw is nasa positive, ito yun. And increasing, so pataas din ang slope, increasing. Therefore, ang kanyang acceleration is positive. So, tama. Next, positive and decreasing. So, ang slope, ito yun. Kasi, nasa positive siya, kasi positive velocity pamunta dito, negative velocity pamunta dito. So, nasa positive siya, but the slope is negative. Therefore, ang kanyang x velocity ay nagdi-decrease. Kapag ganon nangyari, ang kanyang acceleration is negative. So, tama, ano? So, next Next ay ito, negative. So, tingnan nyo, negative and increasing. So, nasan dyan yung negative and increasing? Ito ba? No. Ito siya. Negative and increasing. Ito siya. Dito siya applicable. Kasi positive slope siya. So, increasing. Yan. So, ito siya. So, kapag ka negative and increasing, ito yon. And getting less negative, getting less negative. So, ito yung ating papunta doon. Getting less negative is pataas. Kasi negative 1.5 to negative 1 to 0.5, di ba? Getting less negative yon. So, ang acceleration daw nun is, positive. The particle is moving in the negative x direction and slowing down. Kasi, bumababa, mula dun, 1.5, naging, na lang to, 1 point something na lang. 0.5, almost 1 na lang. So, pababa yung magnitude. Ibig sabihin, bumabagal siya. So, slowing down. Okay, slowing down. So, last ay itong negative and decreasing. So, ito yun. Negative siya and decreasing. Papunta pababa yung kanyang magnitude. Kaya, decreasing siya. And, the x acceleration is negative. Pero, bumibilis siya. Kasi speed up. Nag-speed up siya. From 0.5 na magnitude, magiging, siya. For example, magiging 1. So, yung magnitude na 0.5 meter per second ay pabilis. Gawa ng naging 1 meter per second siya. Okay? So, hopefully, nagigets nyo. So, example tayo. Suppose the x velocity or the average or the instantaneous velocity of the car in figure 2.11. So, yung kaninang figure at any time t is given by the equation. So, given yung equation natin. Ang velocity natin ay nagbabari with respect to time. Ayan, excuse me. So, ito yung figure 2.11. A Grand Prix car of 2 points on the straightway. And P1, starting point, P2, the other point. Ayan. So, find the change in x velocity of the car in the time interval T1 to T sub 2, 3 seconds. T sub 1 ay 1 second and T sub 2, 3 seconds. Find the change in velocity. Meaning, pag sinabing change in velocity, ay delta v sub x yun. Okay? And next, find the average x acceleration in this time interval. So, average x acceleration is the change in velocity over time interval, which is 3 minus 1, t2 minus t1. Then, find the instantaneous x acceleration at time t sub 1 is equals to 1 second by taking delta t to be first 0.1 second, then 0.01, then 0.001 second. Then lastly, derive an expression for the instantaneous x acceleration as a function of time and use it to find instantaneous acceleration, a sub x, at t is equals to 1 second and t is equals to 3 seconds. So, solution. So as we notice, the velocity of a body is varying with respect to time. So, ito yung equation. So, v sub x equals to 60 meter per second plus 0.5 meter per second raised to 3 times t squared. So, execute natin. So, before we can apply equation 2.4, yung equation natin kanina. So, ang equation ng 2.4, yun yung delta v sub x over delta t. So, we must find the x velocity. So, hindi natin alam. Walang given, walang definite na x velocity tayo kundi nagbabari siya nagbabari with respect to time. So, ang time naman natin is 1 second, and the others, the t-sub 2 final time is 3 seconds. So, then the velocities are, so substitution lang natin yan. So, para makuha itong b sub 1x at b sub 2x, gamitin natin itong equation na to. So, nagbabari yan eh. Given yung ating 1 second and 3 seconds. So, direct substitution lang dun sa variable t. Ayan. So, input lang natin and calculate. Ang lalabas dyan is b sub 1x or the initial instantaneous velocity natin is 60.5 and the final instantaneous velocity is 64.5. So, yun yung ating change in velocity. Okay? So, the change in x velocity, therefore, ayun na, ito na yun. Pagmamainusin lang natin itong dalawa. Ano? So, 64.5 minus 60.5, we will get the answer 4 meter per second. So, yun na ang ating change in velocity. So, next. Letter B, the average x acceleration. So, the average x acceleration ay yun. So, delta b sub x over delta t. Madali lang. Direct substitution lang. So, we will get the answer 2.0 meter per second square. Ayan. So, letter C. So, alamin daw natin kung ano yung instantaneous acceleration kapag ang gagawin natin solution is gagamitin natin formula ay yung average, formula na ng average acceleration. So, para makuha ng instantaneous acceleration, gamit yung formula ng average x acceleration, so ilalet natin na yung delta t ay paliit. So, paliit. So, from 0.1, magiging 0.01 to 0.01, 001, and so on. Hanggang sa lumit na lumit yung delta t. So, 3 times lang naman pwede nang ma-analyze natin. So, proceeding as before, we find b sub 2x is equal to 60 meter per second plus 0.5 meter per second cube. So, anong ating time na dito ngayon? So, yun ating 1.1 kasi ang delta t natin, pinapalit nga natin eh. So, 0.1. So, magiging t sub 2 natin is 1.1. Okay? So, manipulation lang yan. Squared. Then, times sa calcio, lalabas is 60.605 meter per second. Ayan. Then, therefore, ang ating delta b sub x is equal to, ano ma-minus mo dito? Dito, sa 60.05. So, yung ating nakuha kanina, na value ng b sub 1x. B sub 1x, nasan yun? B sub 1x, ito yun, 60.5. Okay? 60.5. Yeah. And yun ang na-minus mo doon. 60.5. Yan. So, lalabas dyan na ito yun. Yan. And then, makukuha natin yung average acceleration. So, delta bx over delta t. So, 1.05. So, yan na ba yung instantaneous acceleration natin? No, hindi pa. Palitin pa natin. So, gamitin natin na ang delta t natin is magiging 0.001 second, 0.01 second, and 0.001 second. Ang magiging result niya, so using the same process here, magiging answer niya is ito 1.005 meter per second square and 1.0005 meter per second square. So as we notice, the value of average acceleration approaches 1 meter per second square as the time interval approaches 0. Okay, therefore, the instantaneous acceleration is 1 meter per second square. Right? Ayan o, 1 meter per second square. Yun yung instantaneous acceleration using the formula of average x acceleration. So, paano naman kung ang gagamitin natin ay yung mas mabilis? Mas mabilis na pagkuha. So, i-derivative natin. Just like what we did in average, in finding the instantaneous velocity, ay i-derive din natin itong formula, yung d sub x, yung velocity vary with respect to time. So, i-derivative din natin. So, ang formula natin is ito, formula, or shall we say, the equation. Hindi siya formula, equation siya. Yan. So, again, the derivative of any constant is 0 yan. And derivative nito is 0.5 times 2 ay ilan? 1 meter per second raised to 3 times t. So, 2 minus 1 eh. So, na-minusan mo. So, nag-derivative lang tayo. So, by the equation 2.5, the instantaneous x acceleration is given by a sub x, or the instantaneous acceleration is equivalent to the derivative of d sub x with respect to time. The derivative of the instantaneous velocity with respect to time. Okay? So, the derivative of a constant is 0. So, yun na yun. So, ang magiging sagot doon ay ito. Yan. And then, magiging ganito. So, ito na yung magiging equation. So, 1.0 meter per second cube is times t is equals to instantaneous acceleration. So, ito na yung formula. By this equation, yan, equals yan doon. So, makukuha na natin yung any acceleration at a given time. Kahit saang oras doon. Halimbawa ay after 3 seconds, pwede mong kunin yung acceleration niya gamit itong formula yan. Yan. So, ang magbabago lang dyan is yung value ng t. Halimbawa, at time 3 seconds, at time 4 seconds, from the start, ano yung instantaneous acceleration, dun sa dulo, ano yung instantaneous acceleration. So, magagamit na natin yung formula na yan. So, direct substitution lang, itong 1 second at 3 second, makukuha natin yung 1 meter per second square and 3.0 meter per second square. Okay? So, take note that the average acceleration so 3 plus 1 is 4. So, divide 2 is 2 meter per second square. So, iba dun sa kanina. Bakit kaya nag-iba? Dahil nagbabari siya. Nagbabari yung ating velocity with respect to time. So, iba nagbabari. Yan. So, yan na. So, thank you. So, and good day. Next time again.